Yo, y'all, it's your boy Ceaz, aka Ceezy Cheesy, aka your girlfriend's boyfriend. We back with another episode of Seized Up today. Kind of just a random pod. We're gonna talk about some things. It's gonna get a little hectic in here. We're gonna do a lot of cursing this time, man. We're gonna get into it's gonna be rant, man. Today's gonna be a rant.
Prepare to be seized up.
I'm going to get started, man. Let's get started with the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is related to today's topic. Today's quote of the day. Well, actually, before I get into this quote of the day, man, we can call this episode "Well Duh." Well, duh. Like, what are we doing, man? What's going on? All right, man. Quote of the day: "The obvious is better than the obvious avoidance of it." Ayo, man. I get to work yesterday, chilling in my car before work starts, and I get a fucking notification saying Urban Meyer names Trevor Lawrence the starter. What? What are we doing, man? What's going on? What do you mean Trevor Lawrence is being named the starter? Were you really gonna go with Gardner Minshew? I mean, like, I thought we all knew that, man. I just like, it should have been assumed Lawrence was gonna be the starter. He was the number one pick. He was all this hype for 3 years? A couple natties at Clemson. One of the most prolific college players ever. What are we talking about? Why does it have to be stated that we're starting Trevor Lawrence? Like, it makes no sense, man. And I get it. There's people out there that say, "Oh, well, they should sit Lawrence and let's let Lawrence develop." And the Jags don't got enough ready for him, man. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. You're gonna go with Gardner Minshew? I can understand if they had a legit quarterback. But Gardner Minshew was a dude that replaced Nick Foles for a season. And the only person that got problems with Nick Foles is Carson Wentz. Anyone else is not tripping off of Nick Foles. Like, Nick Foles is Nick Foles. I just don't understand, man. Urban Meyer came from college. And I get this is like his first big gig in the NFL, but god damn, man. What the fuck are we doing? Why is it that we have to come out and state Trevor Lawrence is a starter? Motherfucker, everyone knew that. Everyone knew that shit coming in. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starter. He took all the starter reps. I don't get it, man. Like, you bring in Tebow. This is not on Lawrence, but you bring in Tebow, fucking circus show, doesn't even make the roster. Doesn't even make it past the first round of cuts. Then you decide to draft a running back with your second pick when you could have took other pieces to help Lawrence. And not only did you take his running back from Clemson, and I get it, you want to pair the buddies together. The dude gets hurt. So now you're fucked out of your second round pick. Lawrence doesn't have help either way. And we got people talking about, well, he should sit a year. Let's wait a year. What's he going to do this year? Dude! If this dude's the best player at that position he's playing, there should be no ifs or buts about that. If this dude is the best player at his position for the team, there's no doubt that he should be playing. I mean, he's got a week 1 matchup against the Texans that's going to make them look good. But golly, man, what are we doing? And it's not like you got a scrub at running back either. You still got James Robinson back there. James Robinson was a top 100 player last year, according to the players. Now, that makes me think, well, why the fuck would you go draft a running back? I don't know, man. Urban Meyer's off to the wrong start, in my opinion. Like, dog, what are you doing? It was so obvious that Lawrence should have been the starter, but you didn't want to make it obvious. Motherfucker, just say it. Lawrence is our starter. I mean, really? Were you really considering starting Gardner Minshew? I mean, I get the guy had a moment in the NFL, in NFL history. He had a little bit of clout for a while. Everyone was on the train. We're talking about a dude on a train who has less than 5 wins. What are you doing, Gardner? What are you doing, Urban? Like, why? What would possess you to even, like, consider it a QB competition? There's nothing that justifies it being a competition. I would hope that when you take the number 1 player in the draft with the first pick, that he is your starter, goddammit. That means you thought he was ready to come in and do the fucking job. Now, don't get me wrong, he's going to have a hard time. The Jags are not that good. They're not going to be that good this year. I don't see them winning a lot of games. And I could be wrong. But, dude, if there is someone that gives you the best chance to win, why wouldn't you put him out there? I just don't understand the logic behind that. And then it's crazy, man. I don't understand why at any point this was a competition. Like, Urban Meyer, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's not a good look. I tell you that right now. It's not a good look. When you have someone who's the clear and obvious starter versus a clear career backup, what are we doing? You're just trying to make shit interesting? Avoiding the obvious? No shit. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starter. Because he should be. But you know what, man? There's a lot of situations like this right now in the NFL. And it's not just him. We gonna move on, man. But what are we doing, man? Like, why? It's whatever, man. Lawrence is starter. Not gonna do shit. They're gonna go probably like 2-15, 3-14. Get probably the number 1 pick again. Maybe they should help his ass next year instead of taking a running back, take a lineman. But yeah, man, we get coaches. I understand there's coaches talk, and I understand that we do certain things to keep the media out. But come on, man, when it's obvious, just let us know. It was like, yeah, he's gonna start. And then that brings my attention to something else, man. The Eagles. The fucking Eagles. So, the Eagles have had multiple reports come out this offseason talking about we don't know who our starter is. And then they had another report coming out, we don't believe in Jalen Hurts. Motherfucker. You got rid of Carson Wentz to start Jalen Hurts. What do you mean he's not the option? And then I can understand if you think he's not the option long term. But as of right now, Jalen Hurts is the quarterback on your team. Who are you going to start? Joe fucking Flacco? Joe Flacco ain't done shit in years. What are we doing, man? You really think Joe Flacco's going to help you win games? He played a couple games last year. Didn't look good. He hasn't looked good for a while. Dude made the Super Bowl run and just turned into absolute garbage. Got his money and was like, yeah, I'm done with everything. Man's out there with the Peyton Manning belly sticking out. But that's the dude you think is going to push Jalen Hurts for a starting role. And I feel bad for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is in a bad spot. Jalen Hurts doesn't have any weapons. His offensive line's not good. You have a tight end in Zach Ertz that wanted to leave. No one picked him up, so now he's back rocking a new hairdo because that's what people do, is rock new hairdos to fucking get over what happened. Devonta Smith looks nice. He played with Jalen Hurts at some time, but dude's already kind of hurt. And I like Devonta Smith, but I just don't know if he could be a true number one. They got Miles Sanders, but I mean, Jalen Hurts was just put in a bad spot. Why in the world would Jalen Hurts not be the starter? Jalen Hurts is the best player. He might be the best player on the team. No. I take that back. He might not be the best player on the team, but he's the best option at quarterback. And this is coming from their head coach, Nick Sirianni. Dude was the offensive coordinator for the Colts under Frank Reich. Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator for Doug Peterson. And Doug Peterson is the dude that just got fired because he wanted to fucking see Nate Sudfeld against the Washington football team in the last half of the season. The last half of a game during the season, you want to see that. It was obvious what he was doing, man. He didn't want to fucking win the game. He could give a shit. But you hire someone from his tree to replace him, like you're just digging back the same well. And then with this dude, Nick Sirianni, comes in. He goes to his press conference and he's fumbling words. My man's up there mumbling and bumbling his fucking words. Dude, you're a head coach. At your introductory press conference, I would think you either have some written down or you rehearsed. Because that's the thing you do when you're a head coach. At your first press conference. Hey man, Philly gonna get wild this year. Philly gonna get real angry, real mad soon. That I think this is in contention for one of the worst teams. Like, what are we doing, bro? I just don't understand why in the world is Jalen Hurts not the only option. So you can tell me Joe Flacco is better than Jalen Hurts. Joe Flacco got a ring, but he also had a team full of Hall of Famers. One of the greatest runs of all time. And that's fine. People could have runs. Nick Foles had a run. Joe Flacco had a run. Eli Manning had 2 runs. You can get hot at the right time, but it doesn't mean you're a good quarterback. Joe Flacco is not good. Now, Jalen Hurts can be something. I think Jalen Hurts on the right team can be something. But, dude, I hope he leaves the Eagles. I hope he leaves the Eagles when he can. Because it's a fucking shit show. It's a fucking shit show. There's no talent. The fans are ruthless. Like, dude. You got the short end of the stick, but fuck, man. What is your coach doing? Your coach is not even instilling confidence in you. He said, we're not sure. We don't think you're the guy. No, he's not saying it to his face. Well, all these reports coming out is pretty much saying, yeah, we don't think you're the guy. You're here, but we don't think you're the guy. Come on, man. Why? He might not be the guy, but he's the guy you got right now. He's the best person you got right now. And he might win you a couple games. Now, I don't think Jalen Hurts is ever going to be a top 5 quarterback. He might linger around the top 12 one day when he gets a team, when he figures out what works for him best. But Philly, there's no hope for him in Philly. There's no hope for Philly. Philly fucked up. But I hope they enjoy that Super Bowl. Because that's one that one of the only ones they're gonna have for a while. Team's getting old. You don't have too many bright spots on the team. Like, come on, man. You better hope you can put some fucking talent around Jalen Hurts and see what you can make it do. Because if not, he's in dip and you're really gonna be fucked. Like, you're in semi-rebuild now. Well, you're in rebuild. But if this cat leaves, you're in full fucking rebuild. You might as well just start the whole team from scratch. God damn, man. Why? The fucking obvious, man. Jalen Hurts should start. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Are you trying to make Jalen Hurts work for it a little more? Because if that's so, it's stupid. Jalen Hurts gonna get after it, dog. We talking about a dude who went to Bama, got benched, waited a whole year to transfer because he wanted to compete. He's a competitor. He wanted to compete. Sure, he lost a job to Tua. A man stayed for a season, didn't play, went bald at Oklahoma. But Joe Flacco's the best option. It's whatever, man. I don't understand what some of these coaches are doing. And here's my personal favorite. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton said, "It's my time." You fucking slap dick. What do you mean it's your time? Bruh, you ran AJ Green into the dirt. People call this man the Red Rifle. Must be a water gun. Cause goddamn, man, I don't want to say you're sorry, but man, you got the Bengals to the playoffs 5 years in a row and didn't win a single game. Not a single one. Oh, I lied. It was 4 years in a row. My bad. 4 years in a row. And didn't do jack diddly squat. And the last time he made it, by the way, was 2014. It's been 7 years, dog. Like I said, you ran AJ Green to the ground. You gave the Bengals hope, but not enough hope. And then you were on the Cowboys last year. It was terrible. And you couldn't stay healthy for that because I know Ben DiNucci started the game. So, it's your time though, right? It's your time. You said, I know Justin Fields is here, but it's my time. What the fuck you mean it's your time, man? Look. The Bears are trying to save face here or trying to protect Justin Fields. And like if you want to protect Justin Fields, I wouldn't do it. Like, put Justin Fields in there, man. The only way you're gonna win and learn is from experience, dog. You want him to get ready for the NFL? The best way is to throw him in the NFL game. Throw him out as a starter. It's going to happen at some point this year. Justin Fields will start. It's just a matter of when and for how long. Because Matt Nagy's on the hot seat. Matt Nagy is on his way out. Justin Fields is a lifeline. If he could get Justin Fields in there and get him to win 9 to 11 games, 8 to 12 games, somewhere around there, you'd be like, oh, I'm getting this kid started. We gonna get to business. But if you start Andy fucking Dalton, for the whole season, you're stupid. Why? Andy Dalton's gonna win you 6 games, 5 games, if that. Bro, what? Why? Andy Dalton's not good. He never was that good. Now he could be a nice backup somewhere. Don't get me wrong, he'd be a nice backup. But that's what he is, a backup, not a starter. And it's killing me because Chicago, you've had talent for a while. I mean, you're basically keeping Allen Robinson there hostage. You got Khalil Mack, Eddie Jackson. You got some players on the team, bro. You just ain't had a quarterback. Mitch Trubisky took you to the playoffs. Imagine what Justin Fields can do for you. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, Justin Fields starts. For the majority of the season, they go to the playoffs and they're the division winner. But no, it's Andy Dalton's time. Matt Nagy wants to stick with Andy Dalton. Why? What has Andy Dalton ever proved to you that he should be the starter? I don't get it, man. And then he was a starter. He was a starter for Dallas last year for some time. Was a lot of the same people on the team. Dallas is getting ready to be this juggernaut of an offense, but last year they weren't that because Andy Dalton was starting. Andy Dalton was there. Now that he's gone, and hopefully that comes back and he's okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's going to be a juggernaut of an offense. I don't get it, man. These coaches are avoiding the obvious. You're just not stating it. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, put out the best fucker out there that you can to win the game. It's that simple. But you dummies don't get it, man. I just can't do it. And then we got the situation in New England. This is interesting. I'm genuinely interested in this. So they're saying it's close between Cam Newton and Mac Jones. I still don't understand why Bill Belichick took Mac Jones, because if you look at Bill Belichick during Mac Jones' pro day, Mac Jones missed an easy throw, and Bill Belichick was shaking his head. It was clear as day. It was all over Twitter. He looked at Mac Jones and started shaking his head like, damn, what is this dude doing? And then Bill Belichick turns around and takes him with the 15th pick. I get it, he fell to you. You needed a quarterback. Stidham was never the answer. Hoyer's not the answer. You got Cam on a rental because you thought he would make you somewhat decent. And I think he did a good job doing that last year. He made them somewhat decent. He had a couple brilliant games. That game against the Seahawks on Sunday night was brilliant. But that's just a flyer. You gave Cam a little bit of chump money just to see what he could do for you. And now you got a competition between Cam Newton and Mac Jones. And I'm fine with either way this goes. I love Cam. I miss the old Cam. I miss Carolina 2015 season Cam. But Mac Jones starts, so be it. But here's my issue. Or not my issue. What I'm going to talk about. Cam Newton left New England to go home to Georgia. But because he had a misunderstanding of the COVID protocols, he has to miss 6 days. And it just so happens during these 6 days, they're having joint practices with the Giants. The Giants is going to be a decent defense this year. So it's a good test. Well, yesterday, in the first practice, Mac Jones went 35-40. You don't think this didn't open it wide open for Mac Jones to take the job? I think it did. And Cam, bro, like, you could have went home and been fine and dandy if you were vaccinated. But you're not vaccinated, and it didn't work out. And I don't understand that because you caught COVID last year. You caught COVID last year, and it messed you up. But you decided, nah, I'm not going to take the vaccine. And I get it, bro. It's a free choice. It's a free choice to everyone. You decide what you want to do. But it just seems kind of obvious if you had to miss time last year for COVID, you would go get the vaccine. But it is what it is, man. Look, and it might end up costing you the job, Cam. Because Mac Jones is in there wheeling, dealing, and trying to impress. Cam, I wanted better things for you. I wish there was a team out there that would take you in and you could be a contender. But I don't know, man. It's looking like the end is near. Because if Mac Jones starts, I don't know if you're going to have a roster spot. They might be like, okay, Mac's the starter. Do we really need Cam on the backup, on the bench? Do we really want Cam on the bench? I don't know that they do. It's a shame, too, because his offense is going to be a lot better because, hey, Bill Belichick went and spent. The first time in forever, Bill Belichick had to go out there and spend some real money. Brings in Hunter Henry. Brings in Jonnu Smith. Brings in Nelson Aguilar. Kendrick Bourne. He changed the whole offense. He said, we're not doing this again. But looks like Cam Newton will not be able to reap the benefits. Cam, I hope for the best for you. I want you to start, but if Mac Jones is where it's at, I guess it's where it's at. And then don't forget, Mac Jones played for Nick Saban at Alabama. Saban and Belichick are real close. Real close. They're very similar as well. So I just, Cam, man, I wanted you to start. But fuck, man. I don't think it's going to happen. Not with these new developments, dog. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll appreciate what you did, but fuck, man. All right, man, let's move on. I'm just rambling here now. 49ers, man. 49ers moved up in the offseason, gets his pick number 3. It was obvious it was for a quarterback. Everyone was thinking it was Mac Jones. I knew it wasn't Mac Jones because Mac Jones is already on the roster and his name is Jimmy Garoppolo. So I knew it wasn't Mac Jones. I just knew it wasn't Mac Jones. They take Trey Lance with the 3rd pick. I wanted Justin Fields, but you know, I like Trey Lance too. I'll do with Trey Lance. Already in the first 2 preseason games, Trey Lance has proven why Kyle Shanahan took him. Might not be as polished as some of the other first-round quarterbacks, but he has a cannon and he can move. Look, I appreciate Jimmy for what he did, man. Jimmy came to the Niners, brought some respect to the team. And let's not forget, he has a winning record as a starter. I think he's like 24-8. No matter what, man, that's good. But when Jimmy tore his ACL, he lost his mobility. That first 6 games that he came and started with us, dude was moving around the pocket, throwing it and slinging it. Now my man can't move that much. Like I said, I appreciate Jimmy for coming through and making us respectable again. But dude, I think your time's up. 2 preseason games, and I've seen what I've seen already. I just think Trey Lance is going to add a couple things to the offense that you can't. He's going to be able to throw it deep. Be able to throw it on the sidelines. And he's going to be able to move. He's going to be able to run. Dude's going to be a baller. I'm telling you, dude's going to be a baller. And I'll tell you the real reason why Trey Lance got brought to the Niners. Well, there's 2 reasons. One, because Jimmy in the Super Bowl, you shit the bed. Now, I get the defense could have played better. But to hold Mahomes and then to 10 points until halfway through the 4th quarter, you didn't win? Come on, dog. And you still had a chance to redeem yourself, and you overthrew Emmanuel Sanders. And you overthrew him only because earlier in the season, you underthrew him on a similar pass to win the game against the Rams. You underthrew him against the Rams, so you're like, oh, I'm going to overthrow it this time, or make sure there's some umph on it to get there. Bro. The Super Bowl is right there, 1 throw away. And that's why Kyle Shanahan brought Trey Lance to the Bay. Trey area, what's up? Because he thinks Trey Lance is going to make that throw. Trey Lance is going to throw it deep. I don't have to always throw it over the middle. Trey Lance is mobile. Trey Lance is going to save me money. Because after this year, you're done, Jimmy. You're gone. We appreciate your services, but you're gone, bro. We got people to extend. Nick Bosa coming up. We got people to extend, bro. But like I said, I appreciate you coming through and being a part of it. But look, man, Trey Lance is the guy. Kyle Shanahan is like trying to stick with Jimmy G and trying to be by Jimmy G's side. And I appreciate that because Jimmy G's been the guy. But Trey Lance should start. Without a doubt. Put Trey Lance in there. Trey Lance should be the starter. And either way it's going to happen. I think either way it's going to happen. I think eventually they might do what they did with Tua last year. Wait till after the bye week and then put Trey in. Or Jimmy, you're going to get hurt. You've been hurt the last couple of seasons. And then Trey Lance is going to step in, take your job, and it'll be a wrap. Like, dog. You'll be fine somewhere, Jimmy. You'll find a spot. I appreciate you for coming through, taking us on that run. That was a hell of a run. Even though it ended real sour. That Super Bowl run was amazing. From a team perspective. Kyle Shanahan should come out today and be like, Trey Lance is our starter. As a parent, man, this dude's got a cannon. Dude's got a cannon, bro. I just don't understand why it hasn't happened yet. It is what it is, though. I understand. Then we're going to go to the last topic today. It's going to be a short podcast today, not too long. Short and sweet. Just woke up this morning and was just like, I got to film this. Or I got to record this. Because it's what I want to do. Dak and the Cowboys. I'm gonna start by saying this, man. I'm glad Dak got paid because I was fearful that Dak wasn't gonna get paid after he got hurt. Because that's what happens to most positions, most other people. You get hurt in that contract year, you're not getting paid. Why I gotta pay you? You hurt. No one else gonna pay you. So I'm glad Jerry Jones did the right thing and paid Dak. Even though he was an asshole about it. It was like, yeah, Dak won. I overpaid Dak. Damn, motherfucker. You would never say something like that to Tony Romo, but you say it to Dak. Because Tony Romo couldn't do no wrong in your eyes. He was your so-called son. Dude, Dak's your quarterback. Maybe you should treat him with some more respect. But, look. They're on Hard Knocks this year. Dak hurts his shoulder. Or his arm. Something with his shoulder, his arm. His throwing arm. Coming back from the injury. And they come out and be like, it's alright. It'll be 2 or 3 days. Now we're sitting here talking about 2 or 3 weeks. What's going on with the arm? It's apparent you guys don't know. Or you don't want to say. We went from 2 to 3 days to 2 to 3 weeks. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think he's going to start the first game. I do not believe he's going to start the first game against the Buccaneers. They went and talked to baseball specialists about his arm. You think that shit's okay? They're lying about something, bro. Something's not right there. The Cowboys better hope that Zeke is back for real. Because if not, it's going to be a real long season. Or at least a real long start. I didn't have them being that good anyway. I think they're going to be 6-11. 7 and 10? 7 and 10 team now. But don't forget, Dak's still trying to come back from an injury. He hasn't played since the 5th or 4th game last year. So you're going to go from having your foot fucking sideways on the field to playing a game against the reigning world champs, and their defense is something special. Their defense looks like the truth. You're not going to take any preseason snaps. You're going to go straight from the injury to a game without any preseason stats under your belt. I just don't see it, bro. I don't think you can start the first game. I don't think you should start the first game. And if you do, you might re-injure yourself again. Look, man, the Cowboys are being fishy about this. They're botching the situation. I don't know what they can do, what's going on. But fuck, man. Why? Why? Then you had that tweet be like, don't be aware or don't be concerned Dak is getting another MRI. People don't get MRIs for fun. MRIs are, well, at least to the common person, MRIs are expensive. You're not just going to get an MRI. Oh, I think I'm going to get an MRI today. Why not? MRIs are fun. Let me go get an MRI. No, there's something wrong. And they're not telling us. Like, come on, guys. It doesn't go from 2 to 3 days to 2 to 3 weeks without there's something being wrong. And if you're just being cautious, it's stupid because you're going to end up getting him hurt because he don't got no stats under his belt. He don't got no rhythm under his belt. He's going to go out there and get smacked by not the Panthers, the Bucks. Oh, whapa! And then you're wondering what could we have done differently. You could have played them in the preseason. The preseason matters. We learned that last year and during the COVID season that the preseason matters because people were getting hurt left and right. But nah, we're gonna just wait to the opening game and play our quarterback that's coming back from 2 different injuries and let him figure it out against the reigning defense, the reigning champions, because that's what we want to do. I don't know, man. We got a bunch of couple shit shows, a couple slap dicks from today's episode, man. Like, what are we doing? Don't avoid the obvious. Embrace it. Put some confidence in it. But you know, it is what it is, man. I'm going to upload this later. Make sure you go check me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment. Unsubscribe, resubscribe. Trying to figure out this whole Spotify thing is not really working out, but I'll figure it out eventually. A little bit of a different pod today. We can come back with another pod probably coming out next week. Appreciate y'all coming out to support, coming out to listen, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.